You're not going to believe the trips Uber sent me. Well, actually, if you're a driver, you 100% will believe in this. Hi, my name is Levi, and this is the Tip You in the App Daily Drive. Today's Daily Drive is brought to you by Tonquin. With Tonquin, you're going to deliver car parts instead of people. So sometimes, if you get really frustrated and you don't want to deal with people, Tonquin is a great app to turn on. Just let the team at Tonquin know that Levi from Tip You in the App sent you. Today's Daily Drive is also brought to you by Rideshare Tax. Rideshare Tax has a webinar May 15th at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time to explain disability insurance simplified for rideshare drivers. Let the team at Rideshare Tax know that Levi from Tip You in the App sent you. And the Daily Drive is brought to you by Voom Rideshare Insurance. Okay, so I did screenshots. Like you, I think you do screenshots of a lot of the trips that you get. Sometimes they're really awkward looking, or they've got really a good fare or bad fare, or maybe the passenger rating or whatever it may be. I know for a lot of us, we do screenshots on every trip just in case, right? To cover us. I understand that. Well, I just went back and looked at my screenshots of some of my fares, and I looked over a period of about an hour. In fact, I looked for roughly a 30-minute time period, and I looked at 5 trips. Each one is a little bit different, but none of the fares make sense. All right, so I was down in Ithaca, New York last week driving, and I was given 5 trips over a period of about 30 minutes. And the first one was a Comfort for $7.83. It was 13 minutes away. It was a 6-minute trip. It was about 5.9 miles. So the way I would calculate that is roughly 41 cents per minute. I know miles matter and I get all that, but it's just too hard to track it all. And I try to make as much money per minute as possible. So a Comfort trip for 41 cents per minute. Let's set that as the baseline. Then the next trip was 14 minutes, but I only got paid $4.57. So again, that one was 32 cents per mile. And right now, these two make at least a little sense. The Comfort trip would pay me more than the Uber X trip. Then I got another Uber X trip back to back for $4.74, 15 minutes, and about 32 cents per minute. All right. I'm still understanding all of this. None of this is too complicated for me yet. The next one is where it kind of blows my mind. I got a trip for $8.26 for 15 minutes, and it wasn't a surge. It wasn't a Comfort. It wasn't anything. It was just more. It was just more. There's no rhyme or reason. And it's literally in the same spot as the $4.74 one for almost the exact same distance. And so it's just 55 cents per mile, which is more than the Uber Comfort, 54 or 55 cents per minute, which is more than the Uber Comfort. And that's just Uber X. And it's just more. There's no surge or anything. And then the next trip, a little bit later, was for 14 minutes. And it was for $11.78, but it had a $1.75 surge. And it's, again, in the same location. So this one paid 72 cents per minute, and it had a surge attached. But again, if I take the surge out, it still paid 72 cents per minute. And all this being said is, in a period of 30 minutes, I got offered 5 trips. Each one was variable in price for the most part. I think the 2 minimum trip fare ones at least made some sense. I don't know. You take a look at it. Let me know what you think. And what I want to talk to you today about, though, is this idea of it's a game. It's literally a game. We don't know why Uber is offering, these trips. I don't know why. And I don't know why the fares are what they are. I just know they are. And if I'm driving with a passenger and these fares are offered, it's almost impossible for me to analyze it. That's why my strategy is really simple. I try to just take the shortest trip possible and the biggest fare possible. That's really it. Because it's too much for me to sit there and analyze which one of these trips is the most profitable. Now, on a reasonable sense, you might think the $11.78 is the most profitable, and I think it is too. But would I have to sit there for like, I don't know, 30 minutes to get that trip? And then how much money would I have lost if I wouldn't have taken other trips during that time? It's just a random thing. It's an algorithm that's designed to control us as drivers. And I don't have an answer to the solution to this. I really don't. All I know is that Uber is just playing games. There's no rhyme or reason why these trips are what they are. You'd think the 19-minute trip for 5.9 miles, that's an Uber Comfort, where I invested, right, 30 something thousand in a Tesla, I would get paid that. That would be the highest paid trip, I should say, of all of these. Even the one with the $1.75 surge, I would still get paid the most on the Uber Comfort, but I wasn't. And it's frustrating. It's not logical. And this is the kind of stuff that is going to screw over Uber in the long run. I know right now Uber thinks, hey, we're manipulating drivers and we're getting the highest margin on every single trip. And maybe they are. But we even saw with their last earnings report, they're not even like doing that good. So this game that they're setting up isn't working. And it's frustrating for drivers because we kind of just don't know what to do to get the most amount of money that we can and provide the best service. And Uber isn't using their algorithm well enough to make money. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. And this is what's going to put this company under. This is the kind of stuff that's going to ruin what's really a good gig, because it is a good gig for me. I like the flexibility. I like the freedom. I love the people that I meet. And if I, play the game well, most of the time I make money. Now, sometimes I don't play the game well. But is that really what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be playing a game? Right? I'm supposed to be safely, promptly driving people to and from places and providing them a level of high enough service where I can maybe earn a tip, right? Not play a game. This is manipulative. It's not safe. It's not healthy. It's not rational. It's not logical. As an economist, I'm fascinated by it. I really am, because it's neat to see live real-time pricing in action. And maybe I'll make another video on what these people paid, right? I didn't take all these trips, but I'm positive, I've already looked at it before, that the person that paid, where I would get $11.78, that person paid $22, right? And I'm positive that the trip where it was $9 or $4.57, the person paid $9 or $10. Like, I'm getting half of whatever that number is. 9 times out of 10, I'm getting half of that number. And yeah, so how do you feel about it? What do you think? Do you think this is the way we should operate as a business? Uber, if you're listening to this, and I doubt you are, but if you are, why? Why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense. There should be just some sort of rationale, and that algorithm should be explained, the reasoning behind it, to the driver. Is it because of the rating of the passenger? Is it that pickup spots from this part of town versus this part of town? It doesn't have to be complicated, and you're just overcomplicating it. And my friend Sergio, if you know him over at the Rideshare guy and the Show Me the Money Club, he's right. It's a simple thing that they're just really messing up. And yeah, there you go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, let's stay in touch. Be well, be safe. Bye.